Hello and welcome back to Combine and Conquer. In our last episode, we built this new smelting array, and I have completed it from what we had in the last one. We also played with modules a little bit and took a look at how those work. I did talk to Martin, the developer, a little bit after we finished up in the episode, which, by the way, I need to fix this also, because we aren't making those right now because I stole that machine. So now back to making arms. I did talk to Martin a little bit about how modules work and kind of the intention of them. And we also just finished our research on Arms Mark II as well, so we'll take a look at setting those up pretty soon as well. So what Martin said was that the way the modules work is a little bit different than what I was trying to do. How do we edit one? Can I edit one? I don't know if I can actually edit one or not. Maybe you can't edit them? I thought you could. Maybe you can't. I guess you can't, which is kind of unfortunate. I would like to be able to edit it. Select set cursor to structure to module. Yeah, so that puts the module in this next module program, and it's not what we want to do. So I guess we can't. So if we wanted to redesign that module, then I guess, and let's say we did, then we could do again a gear maker and a belt maker. So maybe that one is the belt maker. This one is the gear maker. Those are under here. Yeah, gear maker. And again, we have the need for inserter arms. There from the iron, there from the iron, there for the gears to go in. And then I did this kind of wrong. I did do it kind of wrong, didn't I? Then in that case, let's swap these recipes. Let's do gears here and belts here. And then we'll swap this inserter arm there, and then we'll put this one out here. And then we need the source and the, where are those at? Here they are. The source chest and the output chest, the provider chest, sync chest. And so what we want to do here is we want to actually set the limit on this to 20. Because if you look at the recipe for iron gears, one iron plates rather, it takes a total of 2 iron plates to make 1 belt. And so we want to make 10. If we want to make 10 in a recipe, then we need to limit this to be just 20 iron, and that will make sure that we don't have any wasted iron. Right now, we're wasting 6 iron every time it batch processes. And then the modularized ticks, we could set that to be exactly 10 times, or sorry, 10 times? Yeah, 10 times this, so 2560. Because we're going to process 10 times. And then the divisor we could set to... Oh, this is the part that I don't remember what he said. Modules. Divisor. Modularized 6 defines how long your module will run, affecting the produced item count and the time to run. 10 gears from 10 iron and 1,000 ticks, that's just an example. So set the divisor to 10. This changes the module to create 1 gear from 1 iron and 100 ticks, becoming more reactive. So we want to make this 10 also, because that's what we're gauging this all on. And then that way we can... Current is 10. Current is 2560, which is 10 times that. And if I'm correct, then we need to restart. Oh, there's a... Maybe that's how you do it. No, there's only 1 in there. Reset the ticks. Restart, there it is. And so we want to have it produce extra fast ticking. Yeah, and it only produced 7 though in the amount of time because of the load speed. Yeah, so we don't want to limit this. Can I just reset it with 0? Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's do 3,000 then. And we almost got there, but not quite. Okay, so we do need to give it a little bit more. And that The number that it gave might have been the right number there. Reset. And that's because of the time that it takes to load everything in. The swing time of the arms. Not quite there yet either. All right. And this is still the part that I'm a little bit uncertain of. Yeah, that was enough. Almost enough. Almost enough. 3250. And so you want to make sure that this number is not excessive. Because you want to make sure that you aren't wasting time. I thought there was a button here somewhere. Where you could reset the tick count. But I'm not seeing it now. Like the modularized tick count. So I might be missing it, but that looks like it works pretty good. So we can go ahead and modularize this, and we can call this belt MK1 V2, or version 2. And then we can go back to the game field here, and we can replace these, delete, with one of these. Which one are you? This one, we want to delete this one. Can I just delete it? Yep. And we want to place this one here, but of course I've got it in a different spot, because of course I did. That can go there. This goes here. This goes here. And you can see now this is 2 and that's a 1, because it's ticking now for every belt made instead of ticking at every 10. So that saves us a crap ton of time in terms of the way this all works together. Let's reset all this too. That can go really anywhere in there. This can go here, there, and then this can go up there. And I think that's better anyway, because then it processes every belt as opposed to processing every 10 belts. So it gives a little bit of a smoother production curve. So those are a little bit of improvements, although the total ticks is still the part that I'm a little bit uncertain about on how that exactly works. So I did extend this out to 13. We have 13 of these. I can't remember what our count was on the coal, but I did extend this out to 13, but we're not using anywhere near this amount of iron. So we need to keep... we need to keep kind of making more things. We use more iron, of course, and figuring out what else we want to make. And so I think I need to clean this spaghetti up a bit, because we kind of did this in haste to try and get things done. And now we need to actually figure this part out. So what I want to do is rotate this belt. I want to straighten this out. And maybe I want to do... this is probably still fine to go in this direction. But I want to kind of straighten this out a bit and clean it up. So I want to do a few of these belt arrays, but I want to split off the iron to go into each array, as opposed to having it all be kind of on one main line like this. So we could just do... Actually, what I could do is just do it like this. Well, I need to be careful with that idea too. And then we can reconfigure this again. Oops, there we are. And you're done now. And then you're done now. And then we can put in a few of these. Something like this. And this will be the split that's just for the belt making. And I'm going to put in, like, I don't know, 4 of these or something. Almost 4 of them. We might be able to do an influencer to fix that area too. You and you. I'm out of influencers, so I can't... We'll stop there, that's fine. I don't necessarily want to do... Although I could take these out, since we're not going in that direction. Let's do that. Yep. Let's do that. There and there. And then one more of these. We can extend this belt like this. And we can put the arms in there. Put the iron in. Take the belts out. Like that. That's not what I wanted. And then we can do this. And then we can take these in one direction or the other, and I think down might be the right direction once we get rid of this stuff here. So let's take you out. All this stuff is kind of being wasted, but like I said before, resources are infinite, so also kind of who cares. How many assemblers do we have made? I can tell here. 44. Okay, we're good on that. Let's also... Are we good on arms? Oh, yeah. You. Stop. You, and you. You. Thank you. This can come down and then turn around and go back up again. And then we'll put along here the assemblers to make the other belt components. So we'll want to have crossings, which take bolts. We'll have to get bolts in here. Then the next one is these, which take rods. And then we need to have these, which also take rods. And we need to have these, which take rods. I'm seeing a theme here. And then these, which also take rods. They're going to need 6 rods every 1536, which I believe is 1 rod recipe. One rod machine, yes. 6, 1536. And they also need 2 belts every 1536. And this is... 2 rods every 1024, so it's going to run a little bit. It's going to get a little bit more rods than it needs. That's fine. These 4 belts, though, yeah, that's the trouble. This is 2 rods every 1024. This is 4 screws every 1024. And all right, so you, my friend, let's make this just a little bit bigger, so we can clean these belts off here without wasting them. Although I guess I could put them into a collector thing. I should do that. Should put them on one of these. Because we only have 11. So let's do that, actually. Rather than this. Put that back down to 20. Like that. And we'll just clean those off by throwing them into a provider. Okay, so what I should have done, though, here is I should have given myself a little bit more space. So let's move... I don't want to do that either. Let's move these up by 1. But I want to keep them in this order for no apparent reason whatsoever. Luckily, you can move these pretty easily just by using the delete key, since it puts the thing back in your cursor. Because I would like to have a storage here for belts, too. And then that will need iron in. This will need iron in. And we also need outputs for these, though. And I'm getting a little bit tight for that. So I need to think of something different here. Maybe I could stagger these? I could do that. I could just stagger them. No, I can't do that either. I need to put space in here, then. Yep. Okay. So we're going to need to move them again. Let's start with the provider. One of these will go here. And then this one can actually get moved back down again. 2 spaces between seems reasonable, although this one actually doesn't need the space. Let's put 1 space here. That way it'll output this way, or it can output even into that box if we want 200 of them. And then these can move up a bit more. It's hard to tell the difference between the mixers and the swappers from the icons. And then this can move down. This can move up. We'll put 2 spaces in between. And then this can move back down, and we'll have 2 spaces in between there. You can go here. You can go here. And actually, since these... No, these need 2 rods, and these need 2 rods. We could technically feed these off the same machine if I had arranged this differently, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We'll just do that. I don't think I want 200 of those, so I'll put them in a different provider. But maybe do like 50. And I might even want less of them than that. But this, you know what though? If I did an extra... Alright, I'm changing my mind again. Let's move again. Let's just delete these, and we'll put them back in. All but one of them. Well, we got one down there. It's fine. Just delete all those. Let's move things again. Let's see. Let's move you up. Oops. Do that right. Do it right. Let's put... Yeah. Let's do 3 there. And then put this here. Put 3 in there. Like that. And that way I can do just one here, and one out here. If I had more providers, which I do. Actually, I have one more here. We'll need to make providers then. And then we can do... the reason for that is then these two can share one rod machine. Two. Yep. So you need rods. Something like that. You need, and then these ones need bolts. And we'll do, we'll do that differently. Here. Screws. They look like bolts, but they're screws. And then we need, let's see, you can go here. Here and here. Here and here. You can go into that one. You can go into this one, this one, this one, that one. This can go this way. You're at 200. You're at 50. And so on. This is only going to grab what one of these can make, so we can definitely add more of them. You don't need to be made anymore, which is good because we cut off the iron. Perfect. All this is done too. Alright, so we can reconnect this iron with... Oops, missed one. With a splitter here. Except that we don't have the right splitters made. Oh, we got mixers? We have mixers made? We don't. Perfect. Don't have any splitters made. All I have is the crossings made. Alright, well then you're going to have to temporarily be, unfortunately, this. And then we need to have a belt that goes off of this, once we make splitters, up this way. And let's see, we want, I think I'll do the swapper, or the mixer, maybe? Or do I want to do one of these guys? There. This up to there. Let's do that. Yeah, it's taking you forever. Let's break this and that and this so that they actually continue. You know what? Actually, let's do this differently too. Let's just do this for a little while, and then we'll switch it back again. Just to get this done. Let's do a splitter there. That's you. Your mergers. Okay, let's do... Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Well, sort of does, I guess. Let's go there, and then those two eventually, and then we'll do this one here. And I'm skipping the crossings, and I'm skipping other things here. And then once this iron gets up there, here it comes now. We'll be in a good place. Okay, so let's do... I don't have any more sources. Okay, now we gotta work on that then too. Although this one could probably be deleted. Give you one more. There. Let you run. There. That gives me a couple of chest-like sources to put up here. Like that. That gives us a little bit more control. Alright, so we should be making these now, and we are. You just need time. Running low on power? Oh no. Oh no. We could also have started another research, probably. Long arms? Yeah, let's do long arms. Alright, so I just saw at least one of those got made. So we can do... We'll put one of those in... Splitter in here. And that means that iron can go this way again, so we can make belts again. And you can see here that the splitter just takes input from one input and puts it on the 3 outputs. And then we can do the same over here. Does the same job. And that'll be kind of good. And these didn't have any iron, so we weren't making any belts. Or very much iron, so we weren't making any belts. Alright, so you're making assemblers still. We could turn science back on, I suppose. Not that we've run out by any short stretch of the imagination. We could turn it back on now, since we have things connected. We can also start connecting some of these up as well. So there. I'm going to do middles, I guess. It doesn't horribly matter, but I'm going to do middles when I have singles. Then we can make all the things here. And that'll use a bunch of our iron, but it'll also make a bunch of things. We're only making 50 of each, so it's not like it's going to make a crap ton of everything. And if we decide we want more of these or less of these compared to these, we can always add a second provider in there. But we need to make the providers and the chest-like things. So let's take a look at what some of those are going to cost us. Those are here. Chips. And chips and chests. And chests are rods and screws. All right, we're going to have to figure that recipe out a little bit more. But chips should be relatively easy. We have some of them being made here. Which they need copper, so it means we probably should clean up some of the copper issue here. And I think the way we'll do that is to just clean up how this bus is laid out. Like, stop making science here and do it in a different way. Maybe even give it its own dedicated iron supply. That might be a good idea as well. Oh, you don't even need this iron. What am I doing that for? Alright, and yes, we're running low on power and hope. This is still backed up. Oh, the math on this, too. The math on this is these burn for 1,000. The reason is that the thermal energy of coal is 100,000, and the smelt speed is 100, so they're 1,000 ticks. And we are feeding in, I don't remember what the number is here, 4, 6, 7, 7. I should be adding these up. 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8. Oops. 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 plus 8. 47. So that's 2304 divided by 47, which is 49.02 ticks per piece. Each one of these consumes one piece of coal every 1,000 ticks, and we have. So that means what, 1,000 divided by 49, which is like 20 of these machines. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have exactly 20 of them. So it's this number, if I'm correct in my math this time. No, that's not right either. Something's still not right in my math. I'm flubbing it somehow or other. We're consuming 1,000. That's what, oh, that is right. You're consuming 1,000 divided by 20, which is 50. We're consuming one every 50 milliseconds, or every 50 ticks. We're producing one every 49 ticks. So we're producing just one more, one tick faster than we need one. So this is backed up, but only slightly. If I added one more of these in there, it would be too slow. We could do that just to maximize that power, but I think this is okay. If my math is correct. If it's not, well, you all can correct me in the chat or something. So we want to take all these things, these direct feeds, off of this line, because this will be like our bus line. So let's take these out. I'm going to take this stone out as well. It's going to actually go this way somehow. And then we'll split off into these side things here that are making various things. You're done? Yeah, you're done. And you're done. Alright. These are done as well, because you can see they're not lit up, whereas this one is. There we go. We can break the copper and just waste it, I guess. Yeah, we can do that. Because we're going to rebuild this line anyways. So let's just do this. we can break this stone as well. I'm going to let it come this far anyway, but we'll break it after that. And then we can break all of this. Almost all of this. There we are. And then we can break those once they're done with what they've got in their hands. Which, actually, I could do this and kind of keep them even. Not quite, but kind of. And then I want to have a belt for copper, one space away, I think, here, and a belt for stone here. So we'll run those. We'll look at all the belts I've got now. So stone can go, copper here, yeah, stone here. Stone can go here. We can go ahead and run that in. And then copper, I want to build another smelting array. And so I should be able to just take this whole thing like this and do a copy. And we could put this into a, almost, we got to clear out that influencer, but we could put this into a module. But the modules are limited at this level of the game, at this stage of the game, by how much, and maybe I don't want to, actually I don't want to do this, I want to change this a little bit, by how much of the, how much you can input that's based on the inserter. There is later a module component that will let you do a, do I still want that even? No, I don't want that either. They'll let you do a belt input, sort of like a loader in Factorio. Let's start this just a couple pieces away from that ore patch down there. We'll do, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we'll do 4 more. Yeah, we'll do 13. We'll need a lot more iron than we'll need copper, but I'm still going to do it this way. And then we're going to need to have inserters on one side. Sure, yeah, Control C. Okay, good. Inserters on one side here, and then can I rotate? Ooh, I can. This here, like that. But actually what I should have done was copied this one. No, actually I don't want to do that. Never mind, because I want to put the output belt on this side. So we're just going to do it like this. And there's actually another array setup that I did in my last series on this. Why is that different? Oh, I know why, because I rotated it. Sort of. Weird. What did I do? I have no idea what I did. I mean, I see what I did for this side because I rotated it, but I don't know why it's different there. Inputs. Oh, because of the spacing here. There's 2 spaces here. All right, never mind. I see what happened. So we'll do this, and then we'll have a belt that brings in one or the other of the materials this way, which I think is going to be coal. And then I think I'm going to bring the copper from this patch up this way. Or we could do... yeah, that's fine. We could do it the other way around, but I think this is fine. Bring the copper in this way. And then we need to do crossers, across whatever these are called, things, here. Crossings, that's what they're called. Oh, and I don't have these ones done. There. There was another line setup that I did for this. One that had long inserters that was grabbing from the from a farther belt, or outputting to the farther belt. That would work just fine. The other one that I did that we could actually take a quick sketch with here was to have... I don't remember now. Oh, I remember what it was. Having 2 belts like this. Let's do 2 of these just to show it completely. And then using the swapper to swap in the middle of each machine. Oh, we can't. Okay, fine then. Can't replace those, I guess. Swapper. And, oops, not you. There. And then we were able to either use... this requires both belts to run in the same direction, so that's a limitation. But then we could use we could use the inputs like this, or you could use one of them as an output. It doesn't really matter. And then your outputs or whatever on the other side, or the other input, it doesn't matter. But if you had, let's see here. If you had coal here, let's put it there just for argument's sake, and then iron here. We could put coal here, or iron, yeah, that's copper, Wally. And then we could do this, and then you can kind of see what happens a little bit. So the coal would come in here, and it gets swapped, or gets grabbed, but actually, let's take these out, just because that'll make it easier to see. It gets swapped over here, and then it gets swapped back again. And then all of these belts kind of fill up a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. But by jumping back and forth, if you kind of think about this, here, this inserter here, this arm is going to grab coal. But then this one's going to grab copper. And then this one will grab copper, and then this one will grab coal again. And that's because the swapper is swapping which side of the belt the ingredients are on. And you could do that for an input or an output, because if you think about it, one of these belts could be the output, and you could be putting onto it, and it would still swap back and forth. So you could do either one of these builds, and there was another build I think that I did at some point along the way too, but that gives you the ability to have a couple of different designs for your mining or for your smelting. But this one again requires the two belts that are paired together, whether they be inputs or outputs, to be going in the same direction. So this one here gives you a little bit more freedom on which direction you want to run each belt into, and where you want to place them too, because really, well, the output's got to be on the outside in this design, I guess. But yeah, you could place them a little bit differently too. Let's clear that up as well. All right, so we need to mine as much of this stuff as we can do. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have any. Oh, we need more miners. Oh crap! What does a miner cost? Miners. This one, that one. Please tell me it's only iron. Okay, good. It's only iron. Iron plates. 4 screws, 4 screws, just straight up screws. So that means perfect. Let's move it then. Put the screws there, so you can come out here. That'll do. Copy that one. Let's do this, that, and then we'll put this into a provider. We need to make a few of those, unfortunately. That's okay. That's what I get for not paying attention. You and you. These ones here. This would go there, and this one here is going to have some iron in it, so it won't be a 9. This will be a 9. And then the problem is you kind of waste space whenever you do this, because the arms take up the space, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's part of the puzzle, I think. Ah, there you are. Took a drink while I waited, and then, of course, it happened. This can go this way. That can go this way. And so you also waste space for the belts, too, here. But then we could do either... we could keep going, like, staggered a little bit here. So we could go here. And that's probably the best thing to do. We need to have 13 of these. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I could do a few on the other side here. These are going to be kind of useless. That would be the first one that would be useful, but we're not going to be able to do it there anyway because of the belt for these guys. Okay, this can go like that, and then these can go here. And then we can combine these together, like so. I know we're running low on power, it's fine. And then we can bring this in, like that, and we can put a crossing here so that the output can have its output. And then we'll do the same thing. I'm just going to do a few of these for copper as well. We have 2. Perfect. This is a little bit messier. We may end up having to do these a little bit... it's fine. Yeah. Come this way. And then we'll just go something. We're going to need as much copper as iron anyways, so this will be okay. There, and then at least get us started. If I oriented the belts correctly. I like doing the 9s because it's just easier math to say, okay, these produce 1 every 256. These need basically 1 every 256 because of the arm speed, and we're good. Let's see. Your next one would be right here, I guess. Yeah. So it's kind of a zigzag, which is kind of unfortunate, but what we'll do is we'll just do... this. Oops. No, that's not right. Oh, that's right. That's not necessary. Never mind. And then this one can go here. And we can do this and that. And then your next one's going to be that one. So we need to have this one outputting here to go like this. And then you'll output this way and go like, oops, I had it right there. I don't need this one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. How many did I end up in here? 5, 6, 7. Okay. That'll work. This will go... again. Yeah. Okay. So this goes here, there, there, there. And then you'll go there and there. And I can put another one up here. You're all... no, you're only an 8. There must be an iron under there. Ooh. Oof. 9. Okay. So I need to move this down again. Because there's an iron right there. Yeah, and then it goes back to coal again. That's a jerk move. Alright, that's fine. Another one of these is needed here. There and there. And that should at least get us a little bit of copper going. Let's turn this one... and I guess I could have put the stone... first and the copper after, but I didn't want to. So we're going to put the copper in between because that's what I wanted to do. All right, so that's making these. If we need other iron-based things, we can also put them here. And then down here, we can start a line that maybe makes something else. But I've already forgotten what else we need to make. So we need to make assemblers some more. By the way, what are you making? 50? That's fine. Assemblers some more, which would be... iron and stone. Iron gears and stone. We could run the stone belt. But... how do I want to do this? We could run the stone belt up this way, but we don't have undergrounds. We also have power issues. We're going to need to get some more coal going here. Maybe I need to also... yeah, I need to actually make more influencers. Let's do influencers first, then. Those are here? No. Wait, yes. Cable and wire. Okay, that's a solid copper recipe. What else did we have that was cable and wire? Chips. Chips. Do we want chips to go onto the bus? Maybe. That might be useful. We could do that. Right, then, 4 cable, 4 wire. Oh, I need another influencer. Cable and wire, cable and wire. Those are going to be here. Wire, and then cable. There's cable. Okay, so you need, and 1024, you need 4 of each. This will make 2 wire every 512, so that's perfect. And this will make 4 wire every 1024, so that's also perfect. 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. But the problem is I don't have enough influence range here. Oh, I do have one more influencer. Let's use that here then. We're going to run a copper belt this way. This way. And then we can do, moving this out of the way a little bit, we can do one of these. And one of these. Like that. And then put this, there we are, right there. And then that'll go out to one of these that can be probably, we don't need 50 of them, maybe just 20 of them. This, this, and this, and this, and that. I was doing middles, wasn't I? Let's move it to the middle. for reasons. We need a crossing, not one of those, but one of these here. And then we can do either splitters or we could do mixers. I don't know if there's an advantage to either one. I'm just going to use the splitters. I mean, the mixers have a different configuration, so maybe they make more sense to use. It's probably just a personal opinion a bit, but we could do either one. This is just going to take up that extra space there, but it would end up being back here versus up there, and I think the splitters are better in my opinion, so that's what I'm going to use. That'll make influencers, hopefully, and then we can move on from there and try and catch the other things we need before we run out of time and space. We needed chips for all the... for these two, as well as for this one, right? Yes. So we probably should do a chip line. Similar to kind of what you do in Factorio, where you make a chip array, a green circuit array kind of thing. How much do we need for chips? That's actually a good question. Good thing I asked it. Chips. And this is going to be 1 iron plate and a half a copper plate per chip per 256. So a solid belt of iron and a half a belt of copper would make a solid belt of chips. Not that we're going to make that many, but that's what it would make. Just trying to think of how I want to do this. If I want to do anything weird or special or something. But I'm also looking at the power issue, and we need to deal with that. How many of these do we have left? None. Oh, we should make some of those then. What is that going to cost me? Power. These things. Is that just stone bricks? It is. Okay. So let's bring stone down then, and we could do something with stone here. I think, though, what I will do with this is I will have stone and iron coming into this array, and then we can swap it when we need to make the assemblers. I think that's a good idea. If it's not, well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So one for you, and then also the assemblers are going to need gears, but stone as well. We can just put the gear maker like up here. And then that way they could just feed in. So we'll want to have a swapper right here then. And then we'll keep the iron going and not bother with the stone, at least not right now. So let's do iron here. Let's just do a splitter, because that's what we need. And then we'll do one of these, because we're going to crisscross the stone in. I'm going to do one of these here also. Oh no, I put this belt right where that influencer is. Dang it. And it's going to be there for all of time. I don't think there are undergrounds. I could be wrong, but I don't think there are. Alright, well, I should have paid attention to that. I suppose I could move this belt down one and have an extra space here. It's kind of a bummer, but that's probably better. Let's just do that. Alright, so you'll go in here, and I'll let that belt empty itself into this. We can do one of these. One of these. Oh, I don't actually have to put that there. Let's do the swapper up here, because the iron's not used there. I thought for a second that it was. We'll do that. We'll bring the iron in here instead. You and you. And then the iron can come this way, or the gears can come this way. And then these can go out into a box. You know what? Let's actually move this a bit more. Yeah, that was dumb. Let's move this a bit more. There. There. And we'll use a common box of maybe 50 for now for both of these. I think that's probably good. Good and fair. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Put this up here now. I know we're running low on power. It's fine. You'll go in here. You'll go in there. Where's our iron? Oh, connect it up, Wally. And then this can go here, and there, and there. And I think that'll do for both of those. 8 every 2048. Yeah, that's fine. It's slow, but it's fine. Look at power's really suffering now. Because some idiot's doing too much. Yeah, this will do fine. Just gonna let those kind of vanish a little bit there. Not gonna all vanish. That's all a little vanish, but that's okay. We'll do that. It's not what I should have done. I should have paid attention and moved all these belts down by one, but that's okay. I have extra space. Space isn't infinite, but it might as well be. So that's fine. So that'll take care of those things which are useful to have taken care of. And then we have this, and then we'll have a bunch of these that we can build another array. We have influencers now? We do not. What did I miss? Oh, wait, you need... Oh, oops. You need wire. Not... Okay. Then I need to check those numbers again. 4 wire every 1024. This makes 4 wire. Okay, you're fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Like that. So I should have done this differently. I still could. I still could. I'm going to change things. Delete, 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 delete. Delete. Move this one down there. Probably. Actually, let's move it up here someplace. Delete, delete. This will be where we make cable. We'll make another one of these here. I'm going to move it up by one more. You go this way. You'll go this way. And then we'll make the influencers here. Like this. And you'll go in there. And you'll go in there. And then this will go up here. Because we could also then reuse this for something else if we had an idea of something else that we wanted to use it for. And that should be a little bit better. You're good. You're lighting up, which means you'll be good in a bit. You need 4 cable every 1024. Wait a minute. You only make 1 cable every 1024. Is that fine? That's probably fine. It just means we're not making it this fast, but I don't really think we need to make an influencer that often. We need a bunch right now, but I don't think we need them that often long term. So that'll be okay, I think. And this is hardly working because it's overkill, and I still need to finish filling out the rest of these, but that'll be okay. This spaghetti bothers me a little bit, but it's okay. Because spaghetti is good sometimes. We'll have to eventually add more here. But not for a little while, and when we're ready, we can just do it. We'll need to have more fuel ready to go into this, though, because we have this excess here that we're going to not have. So we might have to grab some coal from another patch for one of these. That'll be okay too. And we'll be able to get some power set up in the next episode. Oh, we have 6 of them already, actually. I was going to use this, wasn't I? Yeah, I was going to use this for power. But we could use that big patch up there for power too. But I don't have influencers yet, so we can't do this yet anyway. Are you getting made? One just got made, right? Yeah, one just got made. Okay, so I think what we'll do, though, is we'll leave this here. And I'll let it make a little bit of this stuff, especially the influencers, and then we will come back. We'll set up some more power, and we'll probably make that be. Oh, actually, we're maybe not providing enough. Yeah, we are, because they're all lit up still. we'll probably make it be enough to be a full belt, and then we'll just use a full belt of coal, and we'll be happy with that. Maybe we'll even remove these ones eventually along the way and use them for fuel for the smelting instead, and make this be all power or something. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.